record. This is December the 4th, 2017, and we are going to be talking today some more about our goals and plans for 2018. First, I'd like to have make a couple of announcements. Wednesday is when the next big Shaklee company call is, so you'll be watching for your emails or check on your member center for the link to listen on the 6th, which I think it'll be at 7:30 Central Time. So don't forget to mark your calendars for that. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to let you know is really good news. Scour Off is back. Should be able to order it anytime now. The price has gone up just a little bit, but at least we do have it back. So just wanted to make you aware that Scour Off is back, and hopefully maybe you'll enjoy even using that for Christmas gifts or something. That would be very nice. Okay, last time, or the last couple of times, we've been talking about our goals for the next year, and I've listened to some training where the speaker was very insistent that we have a goal, a clear goal in our mind, and how important that was if we were going to achieve it. And I hope that you maybe have had a chance to think about how important goals are, and also your goals for yourself for the next year. Several people posted either on Facebook or told me what their goals were. So if anybody hasn't shared with us yet and you'd like to, either post them or let me know, because I think it's really important that we make specific goals, and then we can encourage each other as we're trying to reach those. Plus, we also can make suggestions on ways to get to those goals. So I'm open all the time for new help. I really would like to get a couple of directors this year. And so anything that you have, any suggestions you have, I've made note of lots of things that you've told me in the past. So I'm very grateful for that. Last week when I told you we weren't going to have our call, I did send an email that had attachment some things from the monthly PV plan that Shaklee's made available to us. For just a minute, let's share screen and let's go over to that area. This is in your Shaklee U, which I think by now we all know how to get to that. And so in there they have all these different courses which are very helpful to us. One that I think is kind of a new one that they've kind of summarized a lot of different things, and that's this Build Your Business 5 Success Factors. And I thought maybe I might just open that and make sure that you were aware of that, because I'm not sure I realized that this was here. So when you're working with especially new people, it gives you some clear definitivity on what to say. I know I was talking to one of our other directors on the call, and she and I were saying, well, what if somebody says, yes, they want to build a business? What do you do? And so this is really helpful to help you to know about how you're going to be doing your sponsoring and how you're going to build your group volume and what you need to do to become a director, and things we need to teach our team and so forth. I just really thought that was so helpful that they've got it all like in one spot. Makes it very simple to find what we need for that particular, just for helping a new person get started. Okay, let me go back over to where we were. Let's see, maybe I can just go back to you like this. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay, my computer's been very slow lately. I need to stop and do some things to get it speeded up a little bit. Okay, the course library is what I was looking for. Okay, so I think I had mentioned to you before, we have a new youth skincare collection module, so that works with us to know how we're going to sell the products and use the products too. So that's very important. If you haven't been through that one yet, take a few minutes. These are all pretty short, and they're also interesting, so I hope you'll try that. But the one that I sent you the copies from comes from Module 5, Building to Director and Beyond. I know it just says building to director, and those on the call are directors, but it's got wonderful, wonderful information on how to grow your business. And actually, once you become a director, all we're trying to do is to continue to repeat that, help other people become directors too. I've mentioned before that we have these additional references, and that's where I found this workbook. All the things that they talk to you about in the module are listed here, and you can print them off anytime that you want to. So you can see here some health print scripts and some health chats, health print follow-up, and so forth. And then here's your planning workbook and your PV plan. This is going to be something a little bit new for me to be starting in planning for specific activities. I was a little bit overwhelmed when we began working with the business that was my folks, and I've spent quite a bit of time trying to meet you folks and get to know you and help you, and also get to know and meet the different customers that we were fortunate enough to have. But now I really feel like it's important to grow the business. Many of the people that were my dad and mom's customers started when they did, which was 45 years ago. And you know what happens to us as the years go along. Some of us go on to be with the Lord, and if we don't replace those people in our business is just naturally going to decrease. So I really feel like it's important to make some steps to try to help us to grow our business. Okay, so let's go back over to see where it was. Okay, so I'm going to click on this particular module. If you haven't been through it lately, you might enjoy it because it's just a different, they have revised it. The steps we need to take are the same, but they have revised it and made it, I think, more interesting and more specific. And then here is the booklet that I was talking to you about. This is the cover that they use and so forth. So they made it very simple, clicking and answering and looking and so forth. So I hope that you'll check into that. Okay, so let's go back to the booklet. I hope some of you had a chance to look at that. Were there was it helpful to you to see suggested activities and ways you could create PV in your business? Was that helpful to you? Well, it was to me the first time I looked at that. Many of us have most of our PV from repeat orders, and of course that's the best thing. But if you're going to grow your business, you have to have some new activity and some new people buying and so forth. And so these activities I thought were very helpful. So looking at the people on the list that are attending today, I don't think I need to make a big deal about this, but if you are not buying from your store and using Shaklee products in every single way that you can, I really encourage you to do that. And also, if you have, as you have new people who want to join the business, that they would be encouraged to do that also. One way Linda did that was to just replace things as she used them up. So when she used up her Ajax or her laundry soap or whatever, she would replace it with Shaklee products, and that helps you to get, replenish everything that you need to have in place.
Phyllis?
I'm listening.
Hey, this is Ann. When I'm working with a new person that says they want the business, I tell them up front, if I've worked with them for several months and I go into their home and I see all these products that are not Shaklee, I'm wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So that they'll know that that's expected. If you're a business builder, you're expected to use the products.
And that's really important, because if we don't talk about that and we don't show those products and demonstrate them, then we have not done our side of the deal either. Right. And I think that's one thing that's really nice about having the meetings. I know, and you do one every month. You can have a small, short segment of your meeting every time you meet where you talk about the products, different areas of them, and maybe have people give testimonies or whatever. I know I was in recently had occasion to be in a room where they had the cleaning supplies for this establishment, and I was just nearly knocked back on my feet because the odors were so strong. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's of all the things that we offer, the most economical are our cleaning products, and
Right.
they have a quick impact on health of not only us but our our family and friends and so forth too. So that's a good thing to do. Okay, this is the little a booklet that I copied those pages out of, and at
Excuse
convention,
me a minute, Phyllis, before we go any further. Was that Suzanne saying that? Is that?
That was Ann.
and
Oh, Anne.
yeah,
I just had a question. Do you actually tell the person that you, because I
Yeah,
have that situation right now.
yeah, so that they know up front that they're expected to use the products. And why would they be buying from someone else's store if they claim to be building a business?
Right, right. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I'm getting ready to say something to these people. Okay, I'm sorry, Phyllis.
yeah.
I just
Well,
didn't want you to get on another subject before.
it's okay. I was just thinking how important that is, though, because with the two of us and all the things that we use, we have a huge PV every month, and so
Right.
why wouldn't one want to have your own PV? At least that would be a half or a third of what you need just to maintain director,
I
and
know.
and you're getting the benefit of these great products. So I think that's really important.
It
Okay,
is.
so let me see if I can figure out how to
Let me
make
get
this
myself muted because that phone's ringing.
book go on. Let me see here. Okay, all
I
right.
don't know how to mute. Yeah.
This booklet was given out a couple of years ago at convention, but I think it's really great that you can just open it up on your website and
Okay.
pick out any pages that you want. But here's where I found those pages. It starts with page 4, and it says use this guide to teach others how to generate a monthly plan of activities. And I think this is so helpful to give us ideas, and also as we plan. And what's really nice about it is you could pick the ones that you want to do. You don't have to do all these things, but there's different ones that maybe you like better than others. Your health chats, your individual appointments, talking about the business. Um, and so then it gives you a reference guide with all these different activities and about how much PV you might expect to get from them. So those are very helpful suggestions. And also it puts something in the hands of your new builder. I don't know about you, but when a new builder starts, they don't know what to do, and unless they've been using for Shaklee for 30 years, I mean, they're like totally clueless. So by giving them these things and put them in their hand and showing them the Shaklee U and encourage them to work through the classes, then that really can be very helpful to them, so they don't feel blown away. Now, I don't think I sent this page to you, but it's the next page in that booklet where you can list your activities and the how often you're going to do them and how much PV you're hoping to get. And this is a plan. If you don't have anything written down here or written on a calendar, then you don't have a plan. And I'm talking to Phyllis here. If you get some use from this, that's good. But I need to have more of a plan where I am doing these different things and showing them to folks and attracting business. I don't see that they mentioned here. I guess you don't get PV exactly from referrals, but it's okay if you're talking to somebody that's telling you how much they really like the shampoo or the youth or whatever. That's an opportunity right there to say, do you know somebody else you think might like to know about these products? And it's very painless, and they don't have to tell you anybody if they want to. But if they're really getting help from, let's say, the Joint Health Complex, then they might want to tell other people about it because it's a benefit to them. So anyway, these are opportunities. And so I hope that you'll have a chance to do that and get some real serious plans for you for the next year. I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't have as much income as I'd like. There's some things I want to do. So these are things I need to do myself so that I can follow up with them. I noticed this smoothie workshop reminded me of something that Linda said she was doing. She she had, I don't know if it was a youth demonstration or what exactly she did, but I think it must have been youth. So when they got to one spot where they were kind of had a little pause, she gave everybody a smoothie sample. And so that was a gentle way to introduce them to the protein products without a big to do. It didn't get them off course or anything, but made people aware that they were there. So I thought that was a good thing that she did on that. Okay, I think that is all that I really wanted to say about that. I was wondering if anybody else would like to share something about some particular activities that you're either going to start doing or that you've done and you really feel like they were successful and help the rest of us out.
Well, I have something I'm doing tomorrow that I wanted to share. That I don't know how many of your customers are close to you, but it's something that is so easy to do. I'm having a brunch tomorrow, and I'm just making a crustless quiche, which I found online, and it's wonderful, and some fruit, and one of them's bringing some muffins, and it's my 4 friends that I did the youth with before, and one of them buys a lot. She's got the most money, but the other 2 only use the Vitaly, and one doesn't actually use anything, but her husband's been using the sample of the joint health that I gave her. She had polio, so she's not using it, but he is, and so I think she's a potential customer. So I'm having just them over, and I'm going to give them the foot thing for Christmas, but tomorrow I'm just going to wrap some tea, pomegranate tea, in a little Christmas ribbon and put it by their plates, just a little hint of Shaklee, and I'm sure that'll bring us to talking more about Shaklee. But I'm just doing something, and I'm telling them it's just a little Christmas brunch, because they're my customers, and they're also my friends, and my Bible study friends too. So that's kind of an easy way to have something without a whole bunch of people, and still, 4 people, if they each buy an extra product, it's going to help the PV. So I just thought I would share that with everyone.
Well, that's a great
Not
idea.
hard to do. I mean, a quiche is, once you mix it up, it takes a lot of eggs, but once you mix it up, it's nothing, to fix. And so it's not a lot of work. And
Melanie, would you send that recipe to Phyllis and she could share it with us?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll be glad to.
That sounds good. Well,
Right.
one thing about that, you're introducing them to some other products without hitting them over the head with a ball peen hammer. So I kind of like anytime we can do things subtly and make people aware, it's a very, very good thing.
Something else that, and I don't know if I've ever told y'all about this, do any of you have a sheet on pomegranate tea that tells all about it? I'll share that with Phyllis too if y'all don't have it.
Sure, that'd be great.
I don't remember where I got it from, but I heard a call one day by Roland Oosterhouse's wife. And she said that the reason she had people in her group that never left is because every year she remembers their anniversary with the pomegranate tea. And
wow,
she sends this, she puts it in a cute little wrapped real cute, and either gives it to them or sends it to them depending on where they live, and she attaches the pomegranate tea sheet about the pomegranate tea. And I did that to a lot of my customers that use the products. I have plenty that don't do anything, but I did that, and they really enjoyed it, and I did get a couple of people using it from that, and then I just kind of, after the flood, I haven't started back with that, and I was thinking I might even try a different product when I do it, because that is kind of expensive.
You send the whole box?
Yes,
Yeah.
I send the whole box to them. And of course, it's cheaper if you can just add it to their order, but I've never done that. I know they say, send them an email and say, on your next order, you're going to get this. Well, maybe that spurs some people to order, but the people that don't really order, I don't think don't order much or something, I don't think that would help them to buy. So I just preferred to do it like something special on the anniversary. And even if I didn't make it to every anniversary, I would just say, it's your Shaklee anniversary. You've been with me 25 years or whatever, and I wanted to celebrate, And you don't even have to do it every year, but you could do it every so many years,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so that was just a little idea I had. But I'll send this to you and the recipe for the quiche.
That'd be great. I'd appreciate that very much. It's good. Okay. And that's relatively painless. I
Mhm.
know my husband, for quite some time now, we have drunk the juice from half a lemon every morning, and he started adding the pomegranate to it. And especially when he was having the trouble with coughing, he'd do a little squirt of honey in it, and he really likes that. He drinks that every morning. So
Wow.
I think that I think that's a good product. Really is tasty.
Charles never liked it, but that's an idea. I might try putting some honey and see if, because he has a lot of problems with his sinuses and all. I might try
Oh
to get him
yeah.
to try it again. Because one day I let him taste. I said, just taste it and see. He said, yeah, that tastes pretty good. He said, I just never did like hot tea. But he doesn't drink coffee either. So I'm going to try
Oh
that. He will drink hot chocolate.
Well,
well,
drink it cold.
yeah. We drink it both ways, cold
Yeah,
and
that's
hot.
true. Yeah,
Although
I could
Jim
do
likes it
that. Yeah,
hot.
I
Yeah.
could do that. Yeah. Okay.
Another thing I do whenever Jim's been mowing, I always make him a big glass of performance when he comes in to kind of rehydrate, and
Yeah.
I put a pomegranate in that too, and he likes that. So,
Oh my gosh, you put one of the tea bags?
well, the
One of the
tea,
tea, yeah,
yeah,
I didn't mean bag, but the
just
bag of,
yeah, just stir it in, yeah, and
yeah.
it
Oh,
gives him some more help, there too. So there's other ways you can sneak it in. So
yeah. Well, Charles loves that. I do fix that for him, but I never
the
thought of putting
performance,
on.
yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I tell you, I don't know how Jim would be doing well with mowing if he didn't have the,
Right.
the performance. That makes a difference. Okay, well, it's been very delightful to talk with you folks. I hope you have a good week, and don't forget Wednesday night the call, the North American Leadership Video Conference. It says if you're still with me on the screen here, and when you click on that little link that's right there where it's mentioned, you go straight into it. You can listen. So. And you can do that on your phone or on your computer. So if you're not home, you can still listen. I hope y'all have a good week and everybody stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.